What's up, viewers? Today I want to talk to you guys about getting stuff done. Now, considering that you're probably a chronic procrastinator just like I am, because you're watching this video right now instead of doing whatever else you're supposed to be doing, you've probably run into the issue where you want to get certain things done, but you can't get them done in the moment because there are distractions or you have other things to do or whatever. You're just procrastinating. Now, I run into this problem all the time. There are things that I want to get done. I want to learn Java. I want to build my website. I want to make a Rubik's Cube video. I want to make this video, and I just somehow can't get myself to do it. And one of the most effective techniques for me, at least, to bypass that problem is by building habits. Now, habits are this very magical thing, at least for me, and I'm sure it's the same for you, where when you get into a certain routine and you get used to doing certain things by a certain time, or you get used to kind of doing them in general such that it becomes second nature and doesn't even require any more thought, procrastination kind of flies out the window, right? If you train yourself, for example, to go to the gym, say every day, or maybe let's say every other day, like exactly, strictly every other day, you go to the gym at some point before 6 p.m., right? In the beginning, it's going to be tough. For weeks, maybe even months, you're going to be like, I got to go do this, blah, blah, blah. But if you are consistently doing this, at some point, it becomes muscle memory. At some point, you're going to wake up on a day and you're going to be like, this feels weird. I'm not at the gym. It's kind of the same way that, when you miss brushing your teeth in the morning or in the evening, you're just like feeling your teeth. You're like, something feels wrong. Something feels gross. I missed whatever it is that I've been doing my entire life every morning. If every morning you brush your teeth and one morning you forget to do it, you're going to feel very strange indeed. Just because of the power of habit and the way it wires your brain to get you to consistently do things. So we can use this kind of psychological hack for ourselves to hardwire our brains to actually help us be productive. And so in this video, I just want to talk to you guys really quickly about what I'm going to do, what kind of habits I want to establish this summer, so that I can actually, get the things that I want to get done. Like I said, getting my website done, working on cubing videos and all that stuff. But before I get into that, let me give you my kind of 3-step process of what is necessary to build a habit. Now, the first point is to set a goal, and this goal needs to be realistic. It can't be, every day I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours starting tomorrow. That never works out. That is the easiest trap to fall into as a procrastinator. You got to do something very realistic, very simple, and something that you can do today, like something that you can begin right now, the moment that you set your habit, okay? That's how realistic the goal has to be. So if it's going to the gym, for 2 hours, do you feel like going to the gym for 2 hours now? No, then you're not going to feel like going to the gym for 2 hours tomorrow. Set something realistic where, for example, 20 push-ups, right? I can drop on the floor right now and do 20 push-ups. In fact, there you go. 20 push-ups done. That's it. That means that from now on, I can set myself a goal, realistically, to do 20 push-ups a day, which is actually what I'm going to do, but we'll get to that at the end of this video. The second point is an execution plan. So you need to establish some sort of streak that you can maintain, right? So it's either, like I said, every day, every other day, every week, every month, right? And you need to set some kind of time limit for yourself, right? Some kind of deadline. Because, again, our brains are hardwired to fulfill something by a deadline. And even if it's a self-imposed deadline, you can still make it because you've set yourself previously, this is the time by which I want to finish this. And if you have enough discipline, which hopefully you do, if you're serious about establishing this habit, then you'll be able to kind of fulfill on that. So that's number 2. It's very important to set up an execution plan, set up some sort of deadlines, and know when it is time for you to actually, like I said, execute on your habit, especially early on, because it's going to be really tough for you to actually get into this. And the third point is accountability. You want to be accountable to either somebody else or to yourself in the form of writing or in the form, actually, yeah, pretty much in the form of writing or in the form of communication of some sort. So you need to maybe tell your friends, I'm going to be doing this and I want to keep myself accountable, so I'm going to send you guys my progress updates, once a week, once a month or whatever. For me, my accountability is going to be this. So at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys a couple of goals that I'm going to try and fulfill, and in the description of every subsequent video, I'm going to put whether or not I'm fulfilling those goals. That's kind of what I've done with this vlog before. I've just posted things that I do and don't do, and it keeps me accountable, keeps me feeling bad if I miss something, and it gets me to make sure that all these different things for which I'm trying to set habits actually get executed on. Because it's pretty easy to lose track. If you've got a list of like 20 things you're trying to do on a daily basis, it's kind of easy to lose track of certain things. So it's good to keep track at the end of the day and kind of reflect. And lastly, the fourth and kind of optional part of habit building is gradual improvements. So let's get back to the push-ups example. If, say, I want to do 20 push-ups every day, right? An optional thing for me to do would be to up that, maybe every week I bump it up by 5 push-ups, right? So at the end of the first week, I'll do 25, then every day. And then by the third week, it'll be 30, 35, 40, and blah, blah, blah. And that way I'm gradually improving. This is kind of a a really good thing to do, but only really establish it if it doesn't damage your habit building in the first place. If you make your gradual improvements so dramatic that it's very difficult for you to even get yourself to do it, that ruins the whole point of building the habit in the first place. And that's it. Those are the 4 simple steps of establishing a habit. Essentially anything that you want to get done, allocate some time for it, and do these 4 steps, come up with an execution plan, and have yourself accountable. So for me, one of my main kind of habits that I want to establish is taking a cold shower every morning. Now I'm going to make a whole separate video about the benefits of cold showers. I've already talked about it in previous vlogs, but cold showers are fantastic for you, especially during the summer right now. They're a great way to wake up, they're a great way to stay healthy, and they're a great way about making yourself feel better in the morning because you've accomplished this very challenging thing. It's very psychologically amazing if you're able to get yourself into a habit. And from my experience, once you've established a habit, within about, a few weeks or a month, it feels very strange. You wake up and you're like, I need to get to a cold shower. Like, your body actually really, really wants to do it. So that's something I'm going to try. So for me, the habit obviously is going to be at some point before 1 p.m. So hopefully I wake up before 1 p.m. But at some point before 1 p.m., hitting the cold shower and doing this every single day. So that's my habit and that's my execution plan. My accountability is in the description of these videos. I'm going to let you guys know whether or not I've actually taken a cold shower or not that day, and that'll make me feel bad if I'm actually, if I've actually failed. And finally, in terms of gradual improvements, I'm not going to start with the icy cold shower immediately. I'll start with, a little bit lukewarm, kind of like chilly, but not so good. And then with every day, I'm just going to, increase and ramp up the actual coldness factor of the shower that I'll be taking. That's going to be my kind of gradual improvement stuff, so that hopefully within a couple months, I'll be, cranking it down all the way cold and just feeling the ice, you know what I mean? All right, so that's kind of a detailed example of how you would approach building a certain habit, and that's what I actually am going to do and report to you guys on this vlog how successful I am with that. Some of the things I want to do, just to kind of throw them out there for my own accountability purposes, every single day I'm going to put an hour into working on my cubing stuff, whether that means writing things for my website, designing things for my website, writing tutorials for my website, or actually practicing cubing and, actually learning the algorithms and stuff that I'm intending to teach in my tutorial coming up. Another habit I want to form is after every cold shower, I want to do 3 rounds of 30 push-ups, 3 rounds of 30 sit-ups, and 3 rounds of 10 pull-ups, because when you step out of the cold shower, when I step out of the cold shower, I feel super invigorated, I'm ready to go, and it's a perfect time for me to actually get my morning exercise in. So that's going to be a secondary kind of habit that I'm going to form along with the cold shower, and the gradual improvement there is going to be me upping the numbers of push-ups, pull-ups, and all that stuff. And the accountability, I'm going to tell you guys, again, in the description of every vlog, how much, I've, say, exercised for that one day. Anyway, that's it for this video. I know it's a little bit unusual for a vlog of mine to be this kind of structured and this kind of narrated. Usually I just kind of talk about my day and talk from the heart rather than having a kind of structured, sort of almost instruction tutorial about how to avoid procrastination. But this topic was really important to me, and I wanted to kind of kick off phase 2 with this topic being the first topic I really seriously discussed with you guys. Also, this setup right here, this setup of the lights and the big camera and the microphone and everything is kind of making me feel like I need to be, very legit and very, whatever. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. My question for you guys is, what is one habit you guys would like to form over the next month? You don't have to have one, obviously, but if you're interested in this kind of thing, what is something that you really always wanted to do and not really been able to get yourself to do? Because you know what? It's never too late to start, and we can go on this journey together if you really want to. If there's something you've always really wanted to get done or really wanted to get into, just let me know in the comments and we will take it on together. So anyway, like I said, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you all tomorrow.